Hey guys, how are you guys doing? Um, so I wanted to talk about the shift and what's been happening since we got a major energy upgrade 2 weeks before December 21st. Major, okay, major. I've referenced it many times because I was actually quite surprised how physically intense it would be. And I've also put out a Rainbow Merkaba Light Body activation course because I realized not everyone got the full shift. And I know why. Most people don't know that you can do these angelic healings and activations of your light body. I know people don't know it. I didn't know it, right? And so I know that. So I'm putting that stuff out, a live workshop if you want to do it, just to make sure it's not a competition, but you can only absorb so much, right? And people are going to get different levels of being able to integrate how much high frequency they can do it. If you only rely on your mindset and your mind and faith, you're still going to do pretty good. But if you add on top of that the extra layers of energy work, if you add on top of that the extra layer of whatever, of high vibrational energy work, literally looking at your body like it's energy, calling in the energy that can change, transform, and transmute for your highest good. When you add in that level of healing, of energetic healing to your body and your life and your soul and your balance and your chakras, there's a whole other level of integrating this shift that most people do not have, nor will they get. Okay. So when I channeled the angels on it, they said some people can get, it depends on how much of a high vibration you can hold. Because when the energy comes for, say, like it comes for a day or 2 days or 4 days, because usually it comes in these spurts of like 2 to 4 days, although it came for 2 weeks before the December 21st climax. If you can only hold this much high vibration, you can only hold this much high vibration, right? Like if that's all that you're able to at your frequency that you emit. So that means when everyone got this dose, you got as much as you can, but you can only hold this much. Well, someone like me in my community who do these high frequency healings on ourselves regardless, right? We were doing these hot and I do other lifestyle things, I have mindsets on point, I try to keep there's a lot of other things we do, of course, that helped without this. But if you can only hold this when that high frequency shift energy comes, which has been coming for the last year, especially the last 6 months, this is how much you can hold. So it's coming, it's going through you, but you can't fully take too much more than this. So it'll expand you a little bit and expand you a little bit, right? Whereas someone who's done the energy work, because we are all energy, you got to accept that. But once you do, you got to understand you need to do energy practices if you want to elevate at a higher level. Your vibration alone, just for your mindset and thoughts, I have found it's high, but it's just not the same level. It's another dimension that we live in when you do the energy work. So me, I the last four, I if the average person can hold this much, I can hold this much. I'm not lying. I'm sorry. I'm just not. I can hold this much. I do daily energy healings. I can spend an hour to 2 hours doing energy healings on this chakra, this healing, this, that, upgrading, doing journeys, right? That is a lot for day after day after day. I activated my light body. I've activated my DNA with my ancestors and with Marilyn. I've activated this. Every activation means you hold a higher frequency. You can store more data. More data is known in your body. Even if I don't consciously know what activation just happened, my body and my DNA does in every single strand in my body. And that emits a higher frequency. And you're also doing the energy work, you're here. You activate your Merkaba light body, you're here. Like that was a really big shift in energy. I've done other things where, like, I've had galactic beings step forward who were like, we were contracted. I mean, they didn't talk like that. It's energy. And so I channel, so I hear a voice in my ear. They're like, we were contracted to you to help you get to the next level when you achieve to this point. So, galactic beings helped me shift too. But all of that was high energetics, energy healings that I do. I put these energy healings for free on my site. Now, I don't do all of them for free, but I put the ones that were the most important. So you can go and look at those if you want. Do them. You will see the difference. You will see, oh, I'm tired after that. Oh, I'm so exhausted. You'll see the lights. You'll feel the energy around you. You'll feel the angels. And you'll start understanding what it means to do this high energetic work, cleansing your energy and whatnot, and raising your vibration. Because I have healings on there just to raise your vibration. If you do that alone, and manifest, you'll be okay. If you did raise and cleanse the energy healing every day and then just manifest, you would work. Because I'll tell you right now, I started this whole journey because every day I did this energy healing protocol where I'm like, all right, Gaia, can you clear my chakras? Archangel Michael, can you bind any negative entities? Arcturian, Syrians, can you surround me in your golden light, repair anything that's broken or healed? Like, I did it every day, even though I couldn't feel it for 4 months. It just, because I'm clairsentient, even though I didn't know what that was, the idea of doing energy cleansing made sense. I did it for 4 months, just the cleansing. And all of a sudden, I can, like, when I ask Archangel Michael to transmute all the energy around me to divine love and light, that is in divine love and light, I could feel it. I could feel the wand of energy. I could feel Archangel Michael. I could feel it. And that was for 4 months of cleansing. And that's when my belief level escalated at different points. But that was a big one, from like just me being a person to me understanding, oh my God, I can ask an angel to come in and clear the energy, and he will. And I can feel it. It was like this wong. And then I'd see around me, everyone changed and they're all happy and excited. And like, they don't know why. Well, it's just like, you just like everything had changed around us to be encompassing us in love. And that's when I realized how powerful we really were. Yeah, you guys can do it yourself. I actually did it when my friend was in jail. We got him out because I'm a magician. And I did it every day, like multiple times a day. If I thought about it, I was like, Archangel Michael can go there, cleanse, bind all the demons, bind all the low vibrational entities, transmute all the energy that is in divine love and light to love and light. And then, and I knew it was taking place. And it was funny because like while he was in jail, he was like, Lisa, I had this vision of angels, and there were a beam of lights coming from the sky, and it was this white, you know what I mean? And like with this guy with the white hair. And I was like, wow. So, I cleansed it like 6 times a day. So I'm just saying, this is when my belief in how powerful we are with just our words and thought, we can literally cleanse the energy of a place, and your friend will see like angels in a vision, so now he's like the biggest believer either. So it's these little things and I'm very intentional. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to use this, but that tap you to this higher level. So that was just from cleansing every day for 5 minutes, because I found an energy cleansing protocol. So even if you just did that, that is enough to take you to the next level, because you're cleansing and cleansing and clearing. And that would be enough, honestly, if you wanted to get as much of the frequency as you can, because you don't have anything. So there's 2 parts. There's, are you clean, or is there a whole bunch of low vibrational energy around you need to clear? That's part of it, right? Because that's resistance, right? So when that high frequency energy comes down, it's just like a power wave when it's transmitted, right? And so I'm an electrical engineer in my background, so understanding how power waves. So you have a receiver, but it can only receive so much of the signal, so the signal's weak. So you're still getting the signal, right? But if there's a whole bunch of crud around you, which is why, you know what I mean? Which is why I do the 3 days for the light body activations. If there's a whole bunch of low vibrational crud that has not been cleared, you can clear it through journaling and visualization, but you can also do it through energy work with, like a vibration raising energy work. It can only absorb so much of the signal. So you're only going to get so much of the signal because of all the impedance or the resistance that hasn't been cleared, right? So that is one part. The other part of getting as much of the vibration as possible is how high of a frequency can you hold? So one is like, how much does it have to struggle to get to your core, and how much crud is around you that hasn't been cleared. And some of that stuff might be from childhood, okay? Because I know it was for me. The other part, not how clean it is how much of a vibration can you hold, right? I've done healing. So one of the strongest I've done a few strong healings. One with a dragon, a spirit guide, and the most powerful recent one in the last 6 months was I asked Jesus to step forward, because he came to me in a dream, and when I channeled on it, they were like, your hands, and it was, I can tell you the dream real quick. So the dream was like, Jesus was this black man with gray hair. Like, it wasn't like Jesus, but it was like, I knew it was Jesus in the dream. And I was in a church, and I remember he peeled himself off the painting and the wall, and he was going around and he's touching everyone's hand. And every time he touched their hands glowed. That was the dream. And all I remember when I woke up was like, I kept in the dream trying to like get him so he can touch my hands, but he never did. And so when I channeled on it, I found out like, your hands haven't been sanctified in the blood of Christ. And I was like, what does that mean? And then talking over it some more, I found that it means, he wants to anoint my hands. And so I did a huge healing with him. Now, his energy, I love. I've always talked about how much I love it. It's so much love. And I'm telling you, if you guys felt the love, And you can ask him to step forward so you can feel it. It is like, it makes you cry because, it's just the most. There's like a million Christmas songs just about Jesus, and I understand why. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. I understand. Make another 1,000. His energy is amazing. So when I did a healing with him, it lasted 2 hours, and it was so powerful. I fell asleep, woke up, energy still going on. And what he did was just make my healing, I would say, about 10 times stronger than it was. So when I heal with my hands, when I do these energy healings, if you notice from my first videos to like today, there's a complete difference. Mine today are shorter, they're faster, they're intense, and you really feel it. There's no, did I feel? No. You do them today with Lisa on my channel, because I did one about a few days ago about the shift the other day. You will feel it. So it's these 2-hour intense long energy healings with these high vibrational beings that activate you and da-da-da. And so I'm saying that because I was able to get a good dose, but how much I was able to get, you know what I mean? But I even knocked out and fell asleep and came back and it was still going, but that's how powerful it was. You fall asleep, it's so powerful because you need to be asleep in order to absorb as much as possible. And so, the two parts are how much of a high vibrational energy, like, are you going to be knocked out by how much is there? You know what I mean? Or is it going to be with being the resistance, and you can only hold so much as the frequency shifts are coming. You're only getting what you can hold and expanding a little bit versus being able to hold a lot. So as it comes, you can absorb this much, and maybe you don't get all of it, but you get the majority, right? You get a big chunk. And that is why I'm putting this out there and talking about it. So 2 parts, how much resistance, meaning how cleansed and cleared. So you can do a spiritual, but that's actually really powerful. So if you don't like that, you can't do your own angelic healing. I'm going to do a workshop on that if you want to learn. If you can't do that, a spiritual bath, the same amount of, not the same, but a high level of cleansing of my energy comes from a spiritual salt bath. High level. Now, of course, if you're me, I put crystals in it. I bless it. I sage the water. I sage myself. Then I get in the bath. The bath has salt, which is also cleansing. I give it an intention. So all that goes into it. That makes it a very powerful spiritual bath where you come out cleansed on multiple levels. The sage was cleansing you. The salt was cleansing you, both physically and metaphysically. And they're very powerful for getting rid of negative energy. So I would say if there's one physical way of doing it and not energetic, using the angels, because that's, sort of specialized knowledge, the spiritual baths are really good. So if you did that once a week, you're going to be very high up. If you just find an energy clearing protocol, you're going to be good. So I hope you understood that concept. One is how much resistance, so how much of the signal can you actually receive? And the other part is how much can you hold? Can you only hold so much? So maybe there's like 10 parts to the energy, but at this level, you maybe got 3, but someone else who's done the work got all 10. Because they can hold that energy, they can do that upgrade, right? So it's just something to consider. But I actually wanted to so consider that. That's why I'm doing it. Now, I got a huge dose 2 weeks before December 21st. Woke up December 21st, tons of energy. I'm cleaning my house. I don't clean my house. I pay people. And I'm like, I don't need to pay people. Right before that, I was going to actually pay my maid who comes every 2 weeks to come every week. And I'm like, why? I can do it myself, right? Like, I don't even but I don't like doing work, but apparently I do. That's what happens since the shift. But I wanted to talk about the symptoms and see what symptoms you guys had. So let me know what your symptoms have been. My symptoms have been after the shift, when I woke up December 21st. Physically, my body rejects low vibrational food, meaning if I even try to eat something that was like, ooh, I like that thing from that fast food. If I try and it's not for my highest good, my body's like, no. So I'm losing weight. That's cool. So I'm losing a lot of weight. So it's like melting off. So that is really cool. Like, your body just doesn't want any low vibrational food. So it's a lot of seafood actually right now. If I do eat meat, or smoothies with a lot of vegetables and proteins and fruit. Channeling abilities. Channeling abilities on fleek. Before, when I would do healing sessions with my clients, and other sessions go into like relationship, when I talk about the divine feminine, and it goes into all sorts of things, business, whatever. I channel, and sometimes I'd have to ask twice everything clearly. Okay, clearly. I've been trying to get to this point in channeling where it's that crystal clear, where I don't have to re-ask or ask in a different way or be sure. Channeling abilities completely increased to it's clear now. It's just crystal clear. So that has been one of my gifts. So you got to understand that was already an ability I had developed through my practice, spiritual practice. So, if you were already able to channel, you would see that increase. But if you hadn't developed that ability, I don't think you would see it. So definitely on any spiritual gift that you already had worked on, because you can start out as a clairvoyant, but you can also work on it. So if you had started out or accepted or embraced one of your spiritual gifts, it increased. So if you're sensitive to energy before, you should be super sensitive to now. And my vivid dream recall is on point. I've mentioned that's still going. And my healing, so I've been doing more healings with my higher self versus doing healings with the angels because I'm relying less for me. I'd recommend if you're new, starting with the spirit guides and guardian angels, because it's, for me, I saw more faster results going guardian angels, can you show me and guide me, than when I went higher self at that time. As my gifts and frequency have been shifted, now I do my higher self because there's just this level of the download or communication or intuitive hit. It just comes so much clearly now that I hold a higher vibration. And it was just actually easier with the spirit guides than like my higher self. But now I'm all about my higher self. So now I do my healings with my higher self versus doing healings with the angels for myself, right? Or I do them for my daughter as well. FYI, a lot of the kids are already activated. So the healings of my higher self are so powerful where I'm starting to get to the point where I knock myself out, or I'm getting lightheaded. And I haven't gotten lightheaded in 2 years when I first started doing this. So that is one of the things. They told me a lot of my DNA is activated. So almost half. So we'll see. I do know physically I'm feeling good. I do know mentally I'm feeling sharp. And the other thing I wanted to talk about, and tell me if you felt the Saturn energy. That whole get stuff done energy. Have you guys felt that? Please post below. Have you felt that get stuff done Saturn energy? Because it's a little ridiculous. How much, I've had things I've had to do for a year. And for some reason, I think it's Saturn. Okay. I'm I got to do every single thing on that list. I got to write it down. Because I am going and going. And so you would think this is a vacation right now, but it's just I got to get this done. Now that I want to know if that's everybody or if because I'm sensitive to energy and the upgrade, am I getting it? But who else has felt that Saturn energy that's I need to get stuff done and I need to get stuff done now? Post below. That is a consequence of the rising frequency and also the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction. But whoa, it's a little crazy because I keep falling asleep in my glasses and I haven't done my face skin routine. And I'm just because it's just go. Now, the good thing is after that shift that we had for that 2 weeks before December 21st, physically my body's on point. It literally is we can keep going all day. It's Mars, the Mars energy is in me and it is really, really strong. So that is what's going on. I sort of talking about these shift things because when it first shifted and December 21st came, all I knew is that I felt really happy and life was good. But, when I channeled on it, they're you got a lot of the upgrade, but it's going to be subtle. But it's as you go through your day to day that you realize, oh God, I got that too. Oh God, I got that too. So I want to document this because some people thought you were going to go straight to superpowers without doing the work. And I'm you got to do the work. If you want it, you got to work for it. Which is, spirituality in a nutshell. If you want the information, you got to seek it. It's there as soon as you seek it. So they thought it was going to be like that. But the thing is, I'm I already felt magical. I swear. I work with Merlin. I talk to angels. I do energy healings. I can see my ancestors. I can ask them to do some crazy stuff when I'm out and see them part a sea of cars if that's what I need to get over in that turning lane. Over and over again. I don't even live in the same world. I don't care about traffic because I can literally go, hey, can you guys clear this traffic? And I can see it. You can be oh, that's this in your mind. Okay, that's you. Okay, I know it's not. So you know what I mean. And so I just wanted to. So I already felt magical anyways, because when you delve into your spirituality, you activate your spiritual gifts, which are magical, right? You activate the ability to talk to your ancestors or channel. I did a course called Introduction to Channeling, everyone there was already communicating with their ancestors, right? And they just wanted to get better or more enhanced about it. So we're already magical, but I want to do these because I would like to document it for those who are wondering what happened if they got something similar, because I am so sensitive to like slight energetic changes to my routine. I'm sensitive to like I had this energy and now I have like I know I know it's an outside force, right? That's not me. You know, I've been the same Lisa all this year, and all of a sudden I got this huge shift to want to clean the house. I'm telling y'all, I don't do that. But I've been on like this since December 21st. My food, this, lost 6 pounds because I can only eat fruits and veggies, right? And seafood, right? So a lot of lump crab cake. And what did I eat for lunch today? Thai shrimp, right? That's all my body really wants to hold. And, you know, just being really sensitive and noticing this, it's like, okay, I want people to know that you did get the shift, but I also want to show where it's up on me so you can see where you experienced it as well. That is what I want to do. And I want you guys to know that as well. And it's going to be nice if you post below your experiences to help other people, because no, we didn't get fire superpower like RDC World said we would get, but what is going to increase are your spiritual gifts, right? So if you're not spiritual, right, you're not going to notice the increase in your spiritual gifts. So yes, we got superpowers, but you just aren't aware because you're not practicing. So that's what I want to do. That's what I want to share. The shift happened. Some people can only absorb so much. I've already told you what you want to do. If you want to be able to absorb more, that is up to you. If you want to do those things,